Alright, it's not entirely clear. I think this is a courthouse.
In this lane, don't miss it.
Oh, oh. No. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not on the NCIC anymore with this warrant. I checked up on, also maybe I can offer the court minutes as well, but you're just able to check on your computer? Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, and that's for Louisiana.
You just want me to look for Kentucky though?
No.
Anything in Kentucky?
Well, that's on you. I only care about Louisiana. Okay.
You'll have to go to the police station to do that.
Oh, the sheriff department has no authority to look at the NCIC? No, I'm not asking you specifically. I'm asking about the sheriff department as a whole.
There is certain people in the department that.
All right. Are you able to get them?
She's not here.
Oh, was she on lunch? It's 12:30. Maybe been on a half hour or so.
Let me see it. Let me call dispatch,
Oh.
please.
Oh, dispatch would have it, yeah, because they can call. The police can call in. I mean, I've been told I don't have it in Indiana, and okay. Deputy offices left. General Assembly, $15. All right. Okay, all right. Mhm. See that? All right. Okay.
And the sheriff checked for you and you're clear.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody got the same idea?
All right, so all clear. All clear in Kentucky. So apparently the clerk is allowed to check for the state, but not the national. All right, we're starting the recording for the district attorney. Sound. Hello?
District Attorney's Office, can I help you?
Yes, I
District
checked.
Attorney's Office, can I help you?
Yeah, I checked with Indiana and I checked with Kentucky to see if I was on the NCIC, and I'm not. So it looks like I am off the NCIC, but why?
Okay, hold on one moment.
Oh, sure.
You've reached the desk of police worker. Please leave your name and number and a brief message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot my number. This is Travis Hines. I left my number before. Clayton Benjamin did return the call. I'm unable to check, but I'm asking about the NCIC business. What's going on with that? I'm on and off. When will I be put back on again? I mean, is this a game to you guys? I'm trying to understand the process, because I can ask in Indiana and in Kentucky if I'm on it or not, but they can't explain anything further. It comes down to the decisions made at the district attorney's office, as far as I understand how it works. So I'm trying to ask you guys directly. I know the city marshals can't help me. They say I have to talk to the district attorney. That's why I'm calling. Thank you. All right. So I'm in Kentucky, and I decided to stop at the sheriff's office to see what they have for my information on the NCIC. And I hear this sheriff clerk, tell me that she can check the KCIC. And I'm like, that's not what I'm interested in. I don't care about your Kentucky Crime Information Center. I want to know about the National Crime Information Center. So non-officers have access to the state CIC, each individual state, because I guess there's lower standards. How low does it go? But she's not authorized. Non-officers, I wouldn't know any non-officers in the country who would have privilege to use the NCIC. There's a certain kind of privilege, at least you need to be at the officer status, and no lower than that probably. So that means anybody who we consider an officer in the country, lawyers, cops, politicians, all officers, all authorized to check the NCIC. But as far as I know, the clerks are not officers. Now, I would ask if the elected clerk could be considered an officer. If they're elected, then they're granted those officer privileges. So I would say maybe the elected court clerk would have the officer position, but all the other clerks probably not. But this isn't a perfect system, and Louisiana's abusing the heck out of it. So they could be crossing over a lot of things that should not be crossed over for privilege, and claiming privilege, and then getting away with it. Just, it just comes down Comes down to anybody who wants to challenge the privilege. The privileged class holds strong for their privileged status, and not many people maybe just not many people challenge it in Louisiana. So yeah, I checked with the NCIC for 2 states now, Indiana and Kentucky, and now I'm moving south. I need a few more days before I get to any other states. I think Tennessee would be next. Seems unlikely that my name would come up on their system. My trial is November 12th. How much does the judge get involved after he orders my name? After he orders a warrant for me, how much does he get involved for that? I mean, they're on the bench. The prosecutor requests an arrest warrant. The judge orders the arrest warrants, and then from there, the arrest warrant is pretty much all in the prosecutor's hands, and they could put you on the NCIC or not. They could put misleading information on the NCIC. I mean, if you can put if you can get away with putting not enough information on the NCIC to cause the cops in another jurisdiction to have to call you to find out what's going through your head, you can also mislead as well. You can mislead about the NCIC, what's on there, and how do you get oversight on that if only officers who protect each other have exclusive access? It's looking very faulty, especially coming out of Louisiana. At least they have a bad reputation in Louisiana. So how much is the judge involved after that? I mean, it was clear that I had an arrest warrant. Okay, I have the paperwork for that. Was the arrest warrant taken back, or was there some kind of downgrade? I mean, the arrest warrant might still exist. And the NCIC might be like just a supplemental thing for that. The prosecutors handling the arrest warrants in a system that they have full control over. That they don't have full control over the arrest warrants. The judge just in court on the record puts the arrest warrants, but doesn't get involved with the process of the arrest, of locating the defendants and dealing with them through jail, arrests and jail, and possible transportation. Because if the judge knew what was going on, and that's what Judge Sanfilippo in West Milwaukee says, she has no clue what the police are doing. She just puts out the orders. She just works in the courtroom. She only knows what happens in the courtroom, and puts out the orders. That's it. It's out of her hands after that. So, do you have to bring forward all the corruption that happens within the police force in the courtroom? Because the only way the judge will know what's going on is on the record. Like, such as the state patrols in Louisiana like to go on little excursions to Las Vegas for fun. Imagine that. Imagine getting picked up and the state by the state patrol. They come out to get you in another state, and then come on, it's not just limited to the state patrol. They were the ones who got caught. There's probably other police agencies in Louisiana who have also taken trips to Las Vegas as well. I mean, the state patrol is just the ones who got caught. And then, what about in Natchitoches, the Natchitoches police and their drug dealing? Okay, you want to talk about all the things that are relevant in the world with the Boston bombings and all of that. But what about the police dealing drugs, using their authority to sell drugs to the community? So is that no concern? It doesn't seem to be with the prosecutors or the judge. The judge has no clue. The judge needs to be told on the record so that then they have a clue, so that then the appeals court can have a clue. Yeah, that guy, McFerrin. When I get back to Natchitoches, that's a name I'm going to be asking about. McFerrin. What is your relationship with McFerrin, guys? I know everybody knows who he is. Late 30s, been with the force for a long time. Just the guy who had to take the fall in the drug dealing ring. What all do they know about that? I'm sure that the city marshals have had interactions with McFerrin. I could ask them about that. Everybody. I mean, drug dealers like to be very social because they gotta get the word out that they got a product to sell on the streets, working on the streets, and then learn who's going to be the snitch and who's not. If they have, if anybody there has no clue who McFerrin is, if they claim they have no idea who that he is, they're lying. All right, that's a big lie. He was probably known as the drug dealer, and eventually something had to change. He might have overstepped his boundaries too much. He was permitted, but overstepped his boundaries. Maybe wasn't giving kickbacks enough to Nikhil Collins. Who knows? Such an honorable force. Go around arresting people for nothing and making up, and then having the prosecutor lie about things. And I got to go back down there to face this. I'm not getting responses when I call the prosecutor's office, just answering machine. And I mean, they seem to be the sole focus. I want to ask if I'm on the Louisiana Crime Information Center as well. Did I mention that earlier? The LCIC? No, I forget. So maybe I'll just stop this. That's the problem with this. I don't want to repeat myself.